welcome back, Big Mama Energy.
I'm Brittany.
And I am Tia.
And today we are back with another video.
Okay. Welcome to any new subscribers. Thank you for joining the Big Mama Tribe. We appreciate you dearly. And welcome back to all our Big Mama Tribe, our regulars,
Absolutely.
The girls. Yes, welcome back. I hope you guys are had a wonderful weekend. Hope your week last week was great. And I hope y'all ready for this good video that we have for you.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Hopefully you guys checked out our last video. We brought a little haul to you. If not, click that.
Go ahead and click that summer Shein haul.
Yes.
So get into that. Definitely was giving looks.
We were
looks
serving per usual.
But yes, and we're about to get into this video. So before we do,
make sure you
subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe right now.
Yes.
Okay.
You love it here.
Yes, and you do.
You might as well be a part of the tribe as well.
Okay, so go ahead and subscribe and also hit that bell so you can get all the notifications anytime we drop our By Man's videos.
All right.
Let's do it.
So what we talking about today, sissy? What's on the menu today?
So today we are going to be talking about how sex sent us to the ER. It's an emergency.
Yeah. Little story time. We both happen to have experiences with.
Both had experiences where sex sent us to
the damn emergency room.
The emergency room. So,
which is crazy. How we both had an experience.
Yeah. Like the crazy thing is, I'm sure that you guys, some of you guys may have had this experience before, or not. If not similar.
Something like that.
Something had occurred.
It's not that crazy, I guess.
Yeah,
like it happens more than you would think.
Yeah,
which is like
there's a whole show about it. So
it is. Yeah, it definitely is. Damn, it definitely is a whole show dedicated to it. So clearly, y'all be getting it and the craziest way.
Yeah, so we are going to have a little story time about this. So we about to get into it.
Definitely about to get into it.
You want to start off?
I can definitely start it off. So my thing was, all right. So I used to deal with this guy at this job. I used to work at a hotel. So I met him there, and you know, it was like instant connection for him. Okay. Like he was on my top. I was like a little bit more laid back. I wasn't really trying to talk to him
because he wasn't on your radar.
Yeah, he wasn't on my radar. As far as like visually, he was on my radar because he looked good. I was like, all right,
but you just wasn't.
But I wasn't trying to go there. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Not at work.
I understand.
Not too fucking much at work. You
I
know?
get it.
But eventually he wore me down.
Okay.
Like he kept being, you know.
And they do that sometimes.
They do. He was tall, chocolate man. You know what I mean?
I get it.
Fit, you know. So eventually he just kept coming to my floor every day because I was, you know, in housekeeping or whatever. So he kept coming to my floor. He kept talking to me, trying to sit with me at lunch, blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So we start, you know, fucking. He definitely was my fuck buddy. So one particular day, you know, he comes to my room where I'm cleaning it. Because that's usually how we would, you know, get it popping. He would come by my room because he worked at the hotel too. He was a houseman. So he would be like, you know, delivering sheets, whatever you needed.
Gotcha.
And he came to my room when he let me know he was coming up there. And, you know, we would usually just fucking empty vacant rooms.
Okay.
Lock the door, put the latch on. It's on a popping. So one particular day, he come through and I'm like, you know, I don't want to, you know, get it popping. Like, I was kind of cool. I'm like, no, not today. He like, no, like, it's going down. And I'm like, you're drawing. Like, so he pushed me in the bathroom or whatever. I'm like, oh, my God. He, you know, pulls my pants down. We start getting it popping, okay? So we get it popping. It was a crazy session. I'm like, oh, my God, he is drawing. Like, he just had a hold on me. You know what I mean? Right. And like, I go, you know, clean up, freshen up, and go back to my day. Get these rooms clean. Right. He go back to his day. I was just like, it kind of was towards the end of the day. So I'm like, I'm remembering like, damn, like, I think I had a tampon on. Like, because like I had been on my period that week, but so we wasn't messing with each other, you know, we wasn't getting popping like that. We weren't at that level, but it was like the last day. So you know how when you have, ladies, you know, when you have your tampon on, it's like a light tampon, right? You don't really need it, but it's like just in case. So I had that shit on. I forgot like completely that I had a tampon in. I'm like fishing inside me, trying to fucking find this tampon. Like, oh my God, yo. I said, I think I did have a tampon on this morning. Like, yo, I'm trying to remember.
You didn't even feel like
I didn't feel nothing. All I felt was that. You know what I mean? And honestly, he pushed that shit up to where I called my best friend, because me and my best friend at the time was working, you know, at the same job. I'm like, dog, I think I had a tampon in before me and Boom 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 got it popping. She like, yo, try to fish in there. You know what I mean? Try to see if I said, bitch, I done fished in there. I done put my fingers up and I cannot get it. Right. Like, this shit is going. I swear I had it in there. She like, yo, we gonna have to go to the hospital. I'm like, I do not want to go to the fucking hospital with this shit. This shit is so embarrassing. And I'm just like, oh my God. So she ended up going to the hospital with me after work. And like, I was so fucking embarrassed. They like, what are you here for? I was like, I got something stuck in me. Like, they like, you got something stuck. I was like, yes, I have something stuck up in me and I need to get it out. Okay. And they're like, you know, judging the shit out of me.
Yo. Like, did you tell them? Did they know?
When I got back to the back, I was like, listen, like, this is a personal matter. Like, it's private. I'm not trying to be all in the fucking waiting there. Yeah, I got a tampon stuck in me. I was busting it open.
My thing is, why was they even judging? Like, I mean,
I don't know. You know people. You know how people are. So I get to the back and they're like, well, what happened? I'm like, well, I forgot I had a tampon inside of me and I had sex today. And that shit is up there. I don't know where it's at, but I know it's in there. They're like, oh, this happens all the time. My nurse was like, don't you worry, girl. We'll get it out. I'm like, okay, cool. So the doctor comes in. This fine-ass man. I'm like, now, why would you send him in, sis? Like, what are you doing? Like, why? He like, oh, so you got something stuck inside you. I'm like,
not today. Like,
yeah,
really.
Yeah, he was like, don't worry, this happens more than you think. Don't worry, don't worry. I'm not judging you. I'm like, oh my God, I'm like red at this point,
right? And
just blushing. And like, so, you know, everybody who knows how you get a pap smear, you got to put your legs up in a little sternum-ups, whatever they call it. And he goes in there with this fucking thing, this like whatever it is, some type of tool. And he just goes in there and fucking fishes that shit out. And I'm like, yo.
How long did it take?
It ain't take long. He had some type of tool. He just went in there, grabbed that shit, and grabbed it on out. I was like, wow. Oh. He was like, yeah, this definitely happens all the time. He said he pushed it up there quite a bit. I was like, yo, why you? He like, yeah, that was up there by your cervix. I'm like, okay. Thanks.
Sir.
Yeah. I was so mortified. I was embarrassed. So I got my things together and got the hell out of there. And I was like, you're so annoying. And I told the guy that I was dealing with, I'm like, you really knocked that shit off. He like, yo, I'm like, you didn't feel anything? He like, no. I'm like, yo, he like, nothing unusual. I was like, done.
That is crazy.
And that's how sex sent me to the fucking emergency room. Because I had a tampon stuck. Yeah. I was much younger, very much younger, but it just was like very embarrassing. Like that was so embarrassing for me. But I guess it happens more than I guess you expect.
You're right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
Because I can only imagine, like, I can only imagine just walking in here like, oh, I got this child.
Yeah. So what was your debacle? Like, what happened to you?
So, let's talk about how sex sent me to the ER, okay? So, years ago, when I was in my last relationship, you know, we was together for years at this point, so it was what it was. We gets it popping. It is what it is. That's my man. So, this one particular time, we was at a hotel. We had got a room for the weekend, you know, on our little getaways that we used to do or whatever. And we was having sex, getting it in per usual. Doing it down. Okay, we was getting it popping. Okay, and bless you.
Thank you.
Out of nowhere, I just had got this sharp pain.
Oh God.
In my abdominal area, like a sharp pain, right? Like a pain that really like
put you at a halt?
I was hurting.
Damn.
Right? So he like, you okay? Like he got scared. Like, you good? So I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but like I just got a sharp pain. I'm like, maybe I need to chill for a second. The pain was just kept hitting.
Oh God.
Sharp pain, sharp pain. Me, I'm still trying to fuck. Whole time, because I don't know, ladies, fellas, I know y'all gonna feel me on this, but when you in the middle of the act and you almost there,
when you there, you like, hold on, I'm trying to get mine. I understand that.
What do you mean we gonna stop?
Right.
He like, Tia. I'm like, what? What?
I'm worried right now.
He was
like,
really
I'm
worried.
concerned.
He was really worried. And at that moment, I knew something was wrong with me personally.
Right. You like,
because
no.
I knew something was wrong with me personally because I did not want to stop. And I was in pain. And I was like, no. He was like, no. I still got on top because what's going on? Yeah.
I'm hollering.
And he was like,
anything's necessary. Like,
as you know, because it wasn't like back to back to back. At some point it did, like, was back to back, or the pain just wouldn't go away. It was just that sharp. So eventually we stopped. But at the time, I wasn't trying to stop. Like, it was really all him that made us stop, because I was on.
You was trying to keep.
I was on some nut shit, to be completely honest. I don't know what was wrong with me.
You was like, look. You was trying to G it out, thug it out.
I really was, and I did not care. And I got right on there and started doing my thing, and then that pain hit again. And he like, Tia, we going to no, you gotta go to the hospital. Like, what is wrong? Like, I don't know what's wrong right now. I'm not trying to hurt you.
Yeah.
He was very concerned. He was very concerned boyfriend. Oh. Okay. So at like, because it was in the morning time. So it was definitely like before 11. So I want to say like around 9ish, maybe between 9 and 10. I went to the hospital. I went to the emergency room, and you know, they ask you what's going on, and I'm just like, I'm just getting these like real sharp abdominal pains, and I just don't know why. So you know, as they check you in, they just ask you, are you pregnant? All these questions. I'm like, I don't think I'm pregnant. You know what I mean? So they took me back to my own room, whatever, got me situated. Then they actually told me I had to do a urine sample to see if I was pregnant, and they also used my samples to do an STD check.
Oh, right, because they do that. Yeah.
When sis said STD check, I looked at her like she was crazy.
You like, what you mean?
Because when I tell you, baby, it was going to be hands and feet once I got out of the emergency room if I had anything.
Oh God,
child, I don't know if y'all have seen the visuals. Y'all probably never seen me mad. Some people that has that know me personally, baby, these eyes get big. These fucking eyes popped out of my fucking head. I said, STD what?
Yeah.
Come again?
I'm hollering. Yeah, you like,
but that was the procedures or whatever.
Course, that's the normal thing that they would do.
Yeah.
To eliminate everything.
So they did that. I also had to, because after my results came back that I wasn't pregnant, things like that, I didn't have anything at that moment that they would know. Right. So they had me in the room. They made me drink this stuff because I had to get a CAT scan.
Oh wow.
MRI, because they didn't know why I was having these abdominal pains. They like, I don't know what's going on. So I was literally in there all day. I couldn't eat anything because they had to do the CAT scan on me. I had to drink these. It was like this clearish. It was nasty. Ugh. And it was weird. It's weird because it didn't have like a crazy taste, but it was it.
Was it the thickness of it that was nasty?
It might was a thickness. It was just a weird. It wasn't normal. It's something that I'm like, I would normally drink this on a regular, so maybe, I don't know. It was just weird. Right. But I had to do 2 cups of that because what it does is highlights the areas that they want to check. Okay. When you go through the scan, so they can see what's going on in there. So after being in there for hours and hours, they finally came in and it was like, we really don't know what's going on with you. They thought that I might have had appendicitis.
Oh wow.
Where my appendix rupture or would rupture.
They like,
it was exactly. So she asked me the question, like, when did you notice these pains? When did you get these pains? I was like, this morning, me and my boyfriend was having sex, and
then I started getting these sharp pains.
These sharp pains. So they was just trying to figure it out, do everything that they could to see why was I having these pains. So they pretty much told me that they think that I had appendicitis, and pretty much I wouldn't know until my results came back from like the CAT scan and stuff like that. So come to find out, I didn't have anything. They couldn't figure out what the problem was. But the abdominal pain stopped. I didn't get them. It was just after that day I didn't get them. So I don't know if we was just doing it too wild.
Right, y'all was doing it wild. That shit was like doing it. That shit said ho ho ho.
No, and that could have been what it was. He hit the left stroke and it just
left stroke
hit something that it wasn't supposed to hit.
You already know. That thing put you down. You was like, oh.
And it was good. And that's what I'm saying. That's why I didn't want to stop.
Right.
So I'm like, wait a minute. Like, it was just getting to the good part. Like, what do you mean? Like, so, but yeah, that is pretty much my story about how sex sent me to the ER.
Sex sent you right to the ER immediately.
Sent me to the ER, and I was in there all day. I was stressed. I was like, what is going on? Pregnancy, STDs, what are you talking about? It was wild.
Well, I'm glad it wasn't any of those things.
It wasn't.
It was just, it probably was like some type of strain or, something. Sometimes you could, what is that called? When you hit something, it's I forget what it was called. Somebody else did that. You can hit something in the cervix where, bruise your cervix or some shit like that.
Okay.
It can get wild.
It definitely can get wild during sex. But, yeah, I was happy that nothing severe was wrong with me.
Yeah, nothing serious.
Yeah, nothing serious. It's crazy because I've never experienced that again afterwards, like where I just had like excruciating pain.
Right.
Like, so,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
He was trying to knock it out the box. And that's what happened, It get like that.
And I'm not mad at him for that.
Exactly.
And I ain't mad. I ain't mad. I'm mad actually that he tried to stop me. Like, that was,
He like, I don't want nothing to happen. You know what I mean? When things like that occur. That's scary.
Yeah, he was scared, and he could have thought like, is she pregnant? Like, what's going on? He was very concerned, and I mean, I appreciate him for stopping and taking me to the hospital because, I don't know, that sex demon came out, and
you already know.
I wanted to finish where we started.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Because mama ain't raised no quitter. You heard?
That's hilarious. Child, jeez. But I mean, when it comes to the sexcapades, these things can happen. So you just gotta be careful.
Yes.
You
definitely have to be careful. I didn't expect mine. I didn't see it coming at all. I never thought I would have a story about how sex sent me to the ER, but I do. So, yeah.
And me either. I just never thought that nothing would be stuck somewhere that I couldn't reach.
Right.
And I know a lot of people have stories like that where stuff is stuck in places. But you gotta be careful and be mindful. Like, damn. Especially on a day where I just did not think nothing was about to get, go down that day. Like, I really wasn't prepared. Be prepared, y'all. Just.
Right. But you know what? Like, in your situation, it's like, that was a lot. Like, that whole situation, like, he came in hot and heavy. Like, you wasn't thinking about that.
I didn't even have a chance to think.
That's what I'm saying. And I understand being in a situation like that.
Like in a moment's notice. Next thing you know, man.
Yeah, being in a situation like that, it would have definitely caught you off guard. Like,
it caught me off guard.
Yeah, so I get that. I get that 100%. But you shouldn't be ashamed, sissy.
I was definitely ashamed in the hospital. Like, oh God, they're probably looking at me like this.
As you see,
plus
the doctor said, this happens often.
Yeah. They're gonna send Dr. McDreamy in that bitch. I was like, why would you send?
He was the only one on duty, sis.
Not him, but it is what it is.
He was the only one.
Growing pains, Lessons learned, honestly.
Yes, no, for sure. Yeah. Have you guys ever been sent to the ER or sent someone to the ER while having sex?
Let us know. Share your stories.
Definitely share your stories. Drop those comments down below. Be active. Let us know. Because we love to hear it.
Definitely. I'm nosy. I want to know what happened.
Okay. And also, if you want to be discreet, a little anonymous,
yes,
go ahead and email us at bigmamaenergy@gmail.com. Okay, go ahead, send those emails and let us know.
Yeah, because we can always share it anonymously. Okay.
All right, but yeah.
That's it for today.
That's it for today. We got a quick story time for you guys. Straight to the point. Hope you guys like it. If you do, give it a big thumbs up. Okay. And like I said, stay active. And as always, remember to like,
share,
comment,
and subscribe.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.